Hey, Tony Gaskins here. You know, it's one of the things that I realized. I was reading some questions from some women, and one of the things I realized that a lot of women don't realize is the poker face. And what you have to understand is that a man will play you until he breaks you, because men are wired to go the distance, to push it to the limit, to take it all the way down to the wire. In everything that we do as men, we push it to the limit. When you see us compete in a sport, we're willing to die in that game. We're willing to die in that sport. We push it to the limit. When you see these men who, I was trying to hold my breath underwater in the pool with my son, and I think I got to like 59 seconds. I Googled what is the record of somebody holding their breath underwater, and it was like 22 minutes. And I'm like, how am I about to go into shock in 50 seconds holding my breath underwater, and there are two men that's going back and forth for the record, and it was like 22 minutes or something, or 24 minutes, or I thought the record was 9 minutes. When I Googled it, I'm like, and it taught me something about men, is we crazy. I've been doing boxing training. I already quit after 8 sessions. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard, and the trainer taking it easy on me. You see what I'm saying? But I got mentees and guys I know and friends I know that box for a living. And yes, they made millions of dollars, but it is a brutal thing that men are doing. And I just heard a young man today who's now boxing, and he's famous, already from YouTube. And he say he want to get more kids into boxing because it's his favorite sport. And I'm like, you absolutely crazy. And then you want these kids to get in there, to get mush brain, because boxing is literally your brain just bouncing up against your skull. But that's what men enjoy. That's what men love to do. And that's why I always try to help women understand is that to a man, you can't have on kitty gloves with a man. You can't be all passive and all overly forgiving and you crying. Why are you talking to me like that? You need to talk to me better. You can never let a man see you cry. You can never let a man see you cry. Men not built like that. Men not built to have sympathy. And I seen people sending me that post. And the young lady who created that post, she used to follow me on Twitter. Studied me closely. I clicked on her, she unfollowed me for whatever reason. Probably, ain't no telling. But that's my message. That's what I teach women all the time. And that's why women will send it to me. They was like, Tony, this is what you've been trying to tell us the whole time. That a lot of y'all in a relationship with a man who hates you. You in a relationship with a man who trying to annihilate you. He don't want to be with you. He trying to ruin you because he using you for his pain. He taking his pain out on you. He want to dog you out because of everything he has gone through in life. Everything he has suffered in life. Now he want to make you pay. This Starbucks. I know y'all wonder what the little green thing sticking up. That Starbucks white. Got me Starbucks this morning. Met my son soccer training. Hey, you want to be great? My son soccer training. And we leave this soccer training. He got soccer practice with his high school team. You want to be great? They're going to take work. And so this what I'm trying to help women understand is like, and I know the men get mad with me, but see, I'm a man. So I understand the upper hand that we have as men. Because I see as a man, what so many women put up with, what millions of women put up with. And women come to me completely perplexed, completely vexed. Spirit is vexed. Like the woman is under a spell. Like she has come in contact with a demon and she has no spiritual grounding or reasoning to help her win this spiritual warfare. And this is what I get to see every day. So when men ask me why I do what I do, it's because I get to experience and see and hear what women suffering with in this world. And every man down to the man know that until we are renewed by Christ, every man know that we crazy. Every man know that we crazy. And this is the thing. And this is what women have to understand. A woman is the only being that has any chance of curing crazy. Now listen to me. Not to say that that's your job as a woman. But what I'm saying is a man's kryptonite, Superman, kryptonite, a man's kryptonite is a woman. And the reason being is because men put too much power on that guata. What's between a woman's legs? Men put too much power on it. Men don't have self-control. So men fall in love with that guata and will do anything for it. And so what happened is, if a woman knows her worth and she stand her ground for her mind and for her heart, that man gonna shape up and get in order, get in line because of what he want between her legs. And then he gonna start to respect her mind. But he actually doing it for something else first. And see, men value people who are willing to hold us in check. That's why when you see men give praise, they give praise to whoever held them accountable. If it was their mama, if it was their basketball, football, whatever kind of sports coach, if it was their teacher, whoever held him accountable, that's who end up in his acceptance speech of whatever award he win. Not who let him run over them. Not who let him be who he quote unquote is and be his lower self, be less than a man. That's not who he praises. He praises whomever held him accountable. And that's what women have to understand, is you have to put your big girl panties on. You got to stop crying, stop whining, stop nagging, and send a clear and direct message. Pack your stuff and leave. Pack your stuff and leave. Block his number. Let him talk to the voicemail. Let him have to go through Tom, Dick, and Harry, Sarah, Jane, and Sue to get to you. That's when he wake up and realize. That's when he understand. And this is better for society, because the more men become men, the better fathers we have, the better sons we have, the better brothers we have, the better leaders we have, the better our world gets. But as long as y'all women allowing yourself to be a floor mat, allowing yourself to be nothing to this man, being in a relationship with a man who hates you, you have to ask yourself as a woman, how do I love myself? If the answer is yes, the next thing you got to ask yourself, what do I love? And then identify the people and the things that you love. And then ask yourself, how do I treat the people that I love? The people that I truly love, how do I treat them? And then ask yourself, how is this man treating me? And see if you're being treated like that. And then ask yourself, do you curse out the people you truly love? Do you spit in the face of the people you truly love? Do you cheat on and lie to and deceive and manipulate the people you truly love? Do you hang their heart out to dry, stomp on their heart, crush them, the people that you truly love? So how, if you don't do that to the people you truly love, then how do you gather that this man truly loves you if that's how he treating you? And if you do that to the people you truly love, then you have to ask yourself why. And the answer is because you hate yourself. And then you have to ask yourself, why do I hate myself? The answer is because the person I'm with hates me. So he take his hate out on me, then I take my hate out on my little sister, my little brother, my mama, my daddy, my best friend, my cousin. See, you got to get to the root of it. And this is what you got to understand. God on the throne. So what that means is you don't need a human being to be happy. You don't need a human in your life to be happy. You don't need this toxic person to be happy. That your life actually going to flourish and be better without this person that's draining you and dragging you down. And man, listen, the men that's guilty of this hate to hear it. Hate to hear it. I remember when I was a dog, and it was not long after that I was trying to become an organized pimp. And I remember one time I was sitting in church, and the pastor said, if you put hands on a woman, if you doing this to a woman, doing that to a woman, you a punk. And when he said that, it was like I felt it in my chest. The way he said punk, that thing hurt me. I was like, hey, I'm a punk. With all that on that, with that, you put too much on that N and that K with that capital P. I was like, man, it shook me to my core, and I'm like, do I really want to live and die as a punk? As somebody that take advantage of a woman? As somebody that lie and cheat and deceive a woman? Is that really the man I want to be? Is that really what I call manhood? I had to change my life. I ain't change it right then. I ain't change it overnight. You know, I ain't change it in that exact situation. But that stuck with me. This right here is 16 years later. I still remember that moment. And this my message to the men. Don't get mad. Scratch your booty and get glad. Like my daddy used to tell me, hey, you got to wake up and smell the coffee. If you was a punk, then you got to admit that you a punk in order to change. If you taking advantage of your woman, you mistreating your woman, you dogging your woman out, that means you are a punk. You letting men punk you in the streets, on the job, and then you coming home and you punking your woman. You let your daddy punk you. Or your mama punk you. And so now you punking your woman because of your pain. When you could take and get that up out you. Go sit in therapy. Talk to that therapist. Cry. Express yourself. Talk to your life coach. Cry. Express yourself. That make you more of a man. It make you more of a man, not less of a man. That help you evolve into what real manhood is. Because in real manhood, your strength is in your gentleness. It ain't you treating everything like it's a nail and you a hammer. Sometimes you got to understand how to use your gentleness, your finesse. You got to understand how to use articulation. And that's what we got to do as men. And as women, you got to wake up and smell the Folgers in the morning too. Folgers, send me a check. Because it's time out for it. You're getting played like a deck of cards. The man looking at you and he see how weak you is and all you doing is crying and complaining and all that. Pack your bags and leave. That's the only way you finna change. Hey, it's Tony Gaskin. God bless you.